We have reached a point in this country where the pen is no longer mightier than the sword. Instead, the sword is chasing the pen out of the classroom. You saw the headline, and sadly, it is the terrifying reality facing the students of Ambrose Alli University, AAU, in Ekpoma right now. The ivory tower has become a hunting ground. We are receiving confirmed reports this morning that the situation in Ekpoma, Edo State, has boiled over, forcing the university management to shut down the school indefinitely. This decision comes after a chaotic week of bandits shooting, kidnapping, and terrorizing the student community, leaving at least one youth dead and the entire town in a state of emergency. We are going to take you straight to the streets of Ekpoma to explain exactly what triggered this total shutdown. We will break down the timeline of the attacks, including the heartbreaking killing of a young man that sparked massive protests and the controversial response from the university authorities, who initially tried to claim the protesters were not their students. We will also discuss the one ray of hope in this dark story, how the police used high-tech combat drones to track down these bandits in the forest and rescue 9 victims. If you want to know if our universities are still safe for learning, or if we are watching the collapse of education in the region, please do me a massive favor and smash that like button right now. It helps us get these urgent updates to every Nigerian parent and student. And if you are not yet a subscriber, click that button and turn on the notification bell. You need to be here as we track this developing security crisis. Let's get into the gist of what is happening in Edo State. For weeks, the students and residents of Ekpoma, the headquarters of Esan West local government area, have been sleeping with one eye open. The kidnappers, or bandits as we now call them, have been picking people off like chickens. But the breaking point came this past weekend. According to reports from Saturday, January 10th, 2026, the town erupted in anger. Why? Because suspected kidnappers shot and killed a young man in the community. The news of this cold-blooded murder spread like wildfire. The students, who have been watching their colleagues and neighbors disappear into the bush for ransoms, said enough is enough. They poured onto the streets in their numbers. They blocked the major Benin-Auchi highway, grounding all movement. They set bonfires, and in a sign of pure frustration against the political class, they pulled down campaign billboards for the 2027 general elections. Their message was simple: you want our votes in 2027, but you can't protect our lives in 2026. The situation became so tense that the Ambrose Alli University management had to make a drastic decision. On Saturday, they issued a memo directing all students to vacate the hostels immediately. They officially postponed the resumption of academic activities and cancelled all ongoing examinations. The campus is now a ghost town. They claimed this was to allow for renovation works, but we all know the cocoa in the tea. Speculations are rife that this shutdown is actually a strategy to prevent the students from mobilizing further protests that could embarrass the government. It is even more confusing when you look at what happened earlier in the week. Just a few days ago, on January 5th, when the protests first started simmering, the university management released a statement disowning the protesters. They said those people on the streets were not registered students. But how can you say that when the people crying for help are living in the hostels and walking your hallways? It feels like a disconnect between the administration and the reality on the ground. But amidst this chaos, there is some good news coming from the security agencies, and we have to give credit where it's due. The Edo State Police Command, led by Commissioner Monday Agbonika, didn't just sit back this time. Following the abduction of 9 persons on Friday, the police deployed the Eagle Combat Drone Unit. This is the part that sounds like a movie. The police used aerial drones to scan the thick forests around Ekpoma. They located the kidnappers' camp in real time. The ground troops, working with local hunters, stormed the location. The bandits, seeing that they were being watched from the sky and attacked on the ground, fled and abandoned their victims. The police successfully rescued all 9 victims, including 5 children, unhurt. They also recovered 2 locally fabricated AK-49 rifles. This shows that when we use technology, we can actually beat these guys. However, the question remains, is a rescue mission enough to restore confidence? The students are now at home, the academic calendar is disrupted again, a young man lies in the morgue, and the bandits are still out there, likely regrouping. I want to pause here and ask you, the viewer, a serious question. The university closed the school to prevent violence, but does sending students home actually solve the problem of kidnapping, or does it just push the problem to the roads where they travel? Do you think shutting down schools is a victory for the bandits? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. I really want to hear your perspective on how we handle these threats to education. Governor Monday Okwebelo has sent his principal security officer to Ekpoma to assure residents that the kidnappers will be chased away. But for the students of AAU, assurances are not enough. They need action. They need to know that when they return to school, they won't be kidnapped from their hostels while studying for exams. As we watch this situation unfold, it is clear that the battle for Ekpoma is far from over. The students have spoken with their protests, the bandits have spoken with their guns, and the police have spoken with their drones. The next few weeks will determine who truly owns the town. If you found this update crucial and you stand with the students of Ambrose Alli University during this difficult time, please smash that like button. Let's get this video to 5,000 likes to show the authorities that we are watching. And if you are not yet a subscriber, click that button and turn on the notification bell. You need to be here as we track this developing security crisis. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and remember, security is everybody's business.